Oh, hey guys, Alex Kahn here, and just trying to fix up my RC car, which I smashed up in my last RC car video, which was based on John Schneider's Christmas Cars movie stunt. But anyways, I want to say right away that I have no affiliations with John Schneider, but recently, John Schneider, who was one of the stars of the Dukes of Hazzard, Bo Duke, he shared my Christmas Cars RC car video. I couldn't believe it. Like, one of my TV idols shared my video and said something like, "I love this guy." That's what he said on his Facebook, and it was such an honor. Did not expect that to be shared on his on his Facebook channel. But anyways, because of that, I just want to give a little back. Like, I can't really give much in terms of financial contributions. If you guys don't know, John Schneider, he's been very active. Like, he's never given up acting, and he's actually doing a lot of country music nowadays. But he has his own studios, John Schneider Studios, and he makes a lot of movies still. In fact, I recently reviewed this movie called Christmas Cars, which was a Christmas style movie. But if you're a fan of the Dukes of Hazzard, everything in this movie would make you feel at home. Next, I'll be reviewing this one. I haven't watched it yet. It's called Collier and Co. Hot Pursuit. This is one of his early movies, which I understand was shot more like a home movie. But I'm very excited to watch it. But I'll say that for another video. So let's get back to John Schneider. He makes movies. He shared one of my RC car videos. Extremely floored by it. So he's actually making at this next project a Smokey and the Bandit, a tribute movie. If you guys don't know Smokey and the Bandit, it's a Burt Reynolds movie, one of his most famous movies. But this one is called Smokey and the Bandit. Very famous car movie where Burt Reynolds drives the '77 Pontiac Trans Am. He crosses state lines transporting alcohol. And he's actually running blocker for the semi-truck. But the whole movie is just fantastic. It's a comedy. It's action-packed. It's such a great movie. It also stars Sally Field, Jackie Gleason, and quite a few others. But Burt Reynolds, that's one of his most iconic roles ever. So John Schneider from the Dukes of Hazzard is making his own tribute movie, and he has a Kickstarter for this tribute movie. So he doesn't have, John doesn't have unlimited, money to spend. So he's actually reaching out to people to help back this movie and just make it the best movie he's ever made as of recent. Like, he's made movies in the past, but I think he wants this movie to be extra good. So he has a budget of 500,000 or something like that. I don't really remember. But he had this Kickstarter, which I'm going to link in the description here. And if you want to contribute, you can contribute as much as you want. Like, I myself, I'm not very, I'm not rich at all. So I just contributed $10. That's all I could really afford. So what I want to do is what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing the Kickstarter link so that if you guys want to contribute, that would be fantastic. And you're probably wondering what my stake in this is. Well, first off, John Schneider shared one of my videos. That was awesome. And secondly, I love car movies. I'm a huge car movie fan. I love iconic TV cars, movie cars. The '77 Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit, the '69 Charger from Dukes of Hazzard. I want this movie to look as awesome as possible. So I don't know where this money is going to go to when he finally achieves the money they're looking for, the amount that they're looking for. But maybe it's going to go to more cars, more extras, more stunts. I don't really know, but I want to give money just so I can say that I helped contribute to John Schneider's film project. So it's not going to be like a big Hollywood production. It's going to be an independent film. As I said, it's John Schneider Studios. But as I said, I only gave $10, and $10 doesn't give me any kind of physical reward. It just gives me personal satisfaction. But if you pledge $50 or more, you get an autographed DVD of this movie when it comes out. If you pledge $200 or more, you get a testimonial reel which it'll be featured at the end of the film, and you get an autographed copy of the film, and you'll also be featured in a thank you for the credits. I'm going to put the link in the description so you can read all this yourself, but there's a $500 pledge, which gets you a special invite to the premiere of Stand On It. Sorry, I never told you what the movie's called. The movie's called Stand On It. Sorry about that. You get an autographed copy of the film and some other swag items, and also be featured in a thank you for the credits. Now, here's a cool one. If you have the money to pledge $1,000, you get to be a featured extra in the movie. So it's a non-speaking appearance in the movie, which is really cool. And then so you'll be an extra alongside either John or some other leading actor, and also get an invite to the premiere of the film, and get an autographed copy of the film. Now, if you pledge $10,000 or more, that's a lot of money. I definitely couldn't afford anything like that. But you'll get a speaking role as a featured extra. And then on top of the other things that I mentioned already. There's also a $10,000 pledge, which I just said. But this one is a co-producer credit in the film. So that's pretty awesome. Now, in a recent Facebook post by John Schneider, when he was announcing Stand On It, this movie, he used a picture of a Dodge Challenger SRT. I think it's a 2018 model, I think. So I'm thinking that might actually be the hero car of the Smokey and the Bandit tribute movie. Some people might argue that he needs a Pontiac Trans Am to honor the movie, but this is more of a tribute movie. I think by using a Dodge Challenger SRT, it's going to give the John Schneider movie a more unique flavor to it, because you can still honor the movie and not use the same car. So something else to note, that at both Extravaganza 2020, which is in Louisiana, they're going to do at least one of the big jump scenes for Stand On It at that Extravaganza. So I think anyone that's out there might have a chance to see this movie filming, and that would be really cool. So they're probably going to jump this really big river. I think it's big. Well, it couldn't be that big if you're going to jump a car over it. But it's a big deal, though, that they're going to be filming at both Extravaganza 2020. So that's something to look out for if you live in that area, or if you plan to check out that festival. And as you guys know, I also like Smokey and the Bandit. I even had the pleasure of meeting the late Burt Reynolds. He's already passed away, but I met him at Spooky Empire a few years ago when it was in Orlando, Florida, and I told Burt, "Hey, you were one of my heroes growing up," and then he just silently said, "Thank you," and it was a very short interaction, but something I'll never ever forget, like ever. So that was my lucky chance meeting Burt Reynolds. Also, my very first RC car, my first hobby graded RC car was a Pontiac Trans Am. I still have the body here. I don't have the chassis anymore. It's not exactly like the movie version, but it's got Bandit 1 on it. It's got the old Georgia plate on the front. It doesn't have a Targa roof like Burt Reynolds would have had, but it's a nice tribute body. And I had fun making that video. Wasn't a very good video. I don't make very good videos, but I enjoy making them, and I'm sure that's how John feels about making movies. He never gave up movies, but he loves making movies. His movies are, of course, on a much higher production level. They are on the scale of an independent film. So that's that. I just want to thank John Schneider for sharing my my Facebook, or my Christmas cars RC car video. And I think he also saw my Christmas cars movie review. And yeah, I just want to give back what I can. So I pledged $10, not much, but I'm hoping by sharing this video, maybe even one other person would contribute to this film. Just to say that you contributed to a John Schneider film is a pretty big deal, in my opinion. It might not mean much to others, but just to say that you helped kickstart a John Schneider movie would be fantastic, I think. Especially one that is a tribute to Smokey and the Bandit, one of my favorite car movies of all time. I still like White Lightning, when it comes to Burt Reynolds movies. I like that one a little bit more than Smokey and the Bandit, but by far the Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit is super iconic, and so are the antics of Burt Reynolds from that Smokey and the Bandit movie. So I think I'm out of time. Thank you guys for watching. Check the link in the description.